Gerardo.
Yo, what's going on, Miami? Happy Monday. Happy Victory Monday. That's what I'm talking about, man. How them Dolphins came through for us on Sunday. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was one of them people in the first quarter. I looked at Turbo because Turbo came out and hung out with me for that Dolphins Ravens game, and I was like, yo, we need a quarterback. I don't know what it is. We need a quarterback. Well, that new quarterback showed up because we saw a side of Tua that nobody has ever seen in my entire life. I promise you. 6 TDs, 400, 59 yards passing. That dude was on fire. On fire. But today's going to be a fun show. We're going to talk about the Dolphins, obviously, but we're going to talk about all the other games that went on in week two. It was an exciting week. There were some upsets. There were some upsets in week two. Some, nail biters, just like our Finns game. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today as the rest of the panel comes on a little bit later. Whenever they show, because, I say this every freaking week because they're a bunch of fucking humans and they're always fucking late. But anyways, it's a different story. Everybody got their things going on. So, yeah, man. So I'm going to start this off. I'm going to start this off with the first game, right? Buffalo, New York. I'm sorry. No. Jets, Browns. That's what I meant to say. Jets, Browns. Jets, Browns had their game this week. And if I get this stupid pan thing to work, that'd be great. There it goes. Okay, cool. So, Cleveland was leading this game into the fourth quarter. What's going on, MCJB? What's going on, my brother? Cleveland was leading in this game into the fourth quarter with a minute left. The Jets scored a touchdown leading up to that point. They come in within a touchdown. Then they go in the onside kick with a minute left, recover the onside kick with a minute left, and then Joe Flacco drives down the field for the Jets and leads them to a touchdown. Jets win it 31-30 against the Browns. I did call this a toilet bowl, but it's impressive that they were able to come back from that deficit. They were able to come back and win the game at the end of the game. So especially with the onside kick, Joe Flacco went 26 for 44, 307 yards and 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He had taken 2 sacks. Jacoby Brissett, 22 passes for 27 attempts, 229 yards, 1 TD, 1 INT with 1 sack. Breece Hall, the rookie running back, he got his first TD yesterday, a passing touchdown for 10 yards. Also put up 50 yards rushing. Combined, the Jets had 93 yards rushing with all their running backs. The Cleveland Browns rushed for 184 yards combined rushing. SCJB, that's a good question. I hope for the upset. I know who's going to win. It's probably going to be Buffalo. But I'm hoping for an upset. It's a big reach, but I'm hoping for it. But it's probably going to be Buffalo. What's going on, Poseidon? Happy Monday.
Happy Victory Monday, Big Philly.
Happy Victory Monday. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah, man, we're getting into it. I just started. I know we were watching, obviously, our Baltimore game. But there was another comeback win other than Miami, which was the Jets and Browns. Joe Flacco got his opportunity to lead that team to a fourth quarter comeback victory. Similar to what our Dolphins did, they put up 13 points in the fourth quarter against their 17 and won the game. No, 17 points. I'm sorry. They put up 17 points in the fourth quarter, which gave them the W at 31-30. Puts the Jets at 1-1. Obviously, they're tied up with New England, which we'll get into that too when we talk about New England Pittsburgh game. There was a lot of fun in that game, even though it was a very defensive game. There was a lot of fun in that with Nelson Aguilar bombing the Pittsburgh for that touchdown, which was it's always great, when they break coverage like that. I wonder if that was on Minka. I wonder if Minka was supposed to be there. But anyways, so yeah, man. So we have that second game. We'll go into it then. New England and Pittsburgh. New England wins this game 17-14. Like I said, it was a low-scoring game. It was a defensive game. Mac Jones, 21 for 35, 252 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. Mitchell Trubisky, 21 for 33, 168 for 1 touchdown, 1 TD. All I have to say for this game is that Pittsburgh, if you expect to win, you need to do better on offense. Najee Harris got his first game back. 15 carries, 49 yards, had a beautiful hurdle over somebody there on a nice run play. Nelson Aguilar led the receptions with the Pats, 6 receptions, 110 yards, 1 TD. And Deontay Johnson on Pittsburgh side, 6 receptions, 57 yards. They need to do better. Trubisky needs to do better on the offense. He needs to take better control. That New England defense was shattered against Miami. Yes, New England decided to run the ball more this week, which was great because that's their identity. With Harris getting 15 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. That's especially with Pittsburgh. I mean, with New England and how they are with their running backs. It's definitely nice to see that they're focusing on that run game to help Mac Jones out. But on Pittsburgh side, Trubisky needs to do better. I don't know if it's because of the receivers. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, it could be just because it's fucking Trubisky, and that's what he's going to give you. But if they expect to compete, they need to be better on offense. They need to execute more on offense. They're not doing enough. And then 1 touchdown, 1 INT. You can't be if it's a low scoring game. You cannot be turning the ball over because that's just more opportunities for that defense to come in, that offense to come over and put more points on you. The shocking game for me, Jacksonville, Indianapolis. Jacksonville upsets Indianapolis 24-0. An impressive stat that I bet some of y'all don't know. Jacksonville's 8-0 at home between last year and this year, or whatever it is, 8-0. I know they won the last 8 games at home. They're 8-0. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's impressive. It's impressive by Jacksonville. Matt Ryan, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Matt Ryan must have been seeing ghosts in the backfield because he went 15 for 30 or 16 for 30, 195.
Retired.
3 INTs and was sacked 5 times with 31 yards lost in those sacks.
Well, they got
not going to win games like that. Not going to win games like that. You're not going to win games running the ball 9 times with Jonathan Taylor, no matter the score. You're not going to win games running 9 times with 54 yards. No touchdown with his longest run of 21 yards. So you're not going to win games like that. Trevor Lawrence went 25 for 30, 235, and 2 touchdowns, no INTs, no sacks. That means that defense was not putting pressure on that quarterback at all. No sacks, too much. James Robinson, 23 for 64 yards, 23 carries, 64 yards, 1 touchdown. It's unfortunate what they did to him at the beginning of last season, and he wanted to get away from them. But I'm happy to see that he had a productive day yesterday. And Christian Kirk led in yardage for Jacksonville, 6 receptions, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns, with 26 as his longest. So I know, right? That's the face I said. That's the same face I gave when I saw Christian Kirk.
I really want Buffalo to lose.
I really
However,
would.
however, I have Josh Allen on my fantasy. So it's a wishy-washy situation. I need him to lose next week.
What's going on, Scala? What's going on, my guy? So yeah,
But
man. So that's
chocolate.
basically that. Indianapolis got put in that situation because they weren't producing on offense. Matt Ryan, unfortunately, we see the better days behind us, and he should consider retirement at this point. When you throw 3 interceptions and give up 5 sacks, regardless of the situation. And again, a lot of this is probably because they got put in passing downs because they fell behind the sticks. They got put in a lot of passing downs. But you know what? I don't have sympathy for you because you only ran the fucking ball 9 times. You
Have
ran
a,
the ball 9 times with Jonathan fucking Taylor.
have a Tennessee Titan down already.
Huh?
Yeah, Tennessee Titan is down.
So that sucks. But hey, that was a big surprise. On to the next game. Um, Carolina at with again playing against at home against the New York Jets, New York Giants. I'm sorry. Final score: Giants up 19-16.
Hold on, dude. I got to move my truck. And,
That's fine. 19-16. Daniel Jones 22 for 34, 176 with one TD, 3 sacks with a loss of 14 yards. Baker Mayfield 14 for 29, 145, 1 touchdown. There's the Baker we know. 2 sacks. Christian McCaffrey had a day, 15 carries, 102 yards, no touchdowns. Saquon, 21 carries, 72 yards, with no touchdown against the Carolina Panthers. And Daniel Jones, 10 carries for 21 yards. So they did their thing. They did their thing. Both teams a low scoring game. Again, they don't have. I don't think they have explosive offenses. Carolina is a little disappointing because they should with the receivers that they have and DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson can definitely stretch the field against any defense, and DJ Moore is a stud. DJ Moore, they didn't utilize him enough, I think. Although he did have a touchdown, 3 receptions, 43 yards receiving, and Robbie Anderson, 3 receptions, 30 on 5 targets. So you know they need to be more explosive. I don't think they're gonna reach that ceiling with Baker. Although I would love to see Baker to succeed, but I think that sometimes he's way too inconsistent in his play. Daniel Jones, he's another one. Brian Dable's doing a great job with the Giants. So I'll like to see what he does in the future. The Giants in the first is for the first time in 6 years, the Giants were 2-0. For the first time in 6 years, the Giants are 2-0. So that's good for them. Uh, yeah, ain't much to talk about when it comes to their receivers. 5 receptions. Richie James, 5 receptions, 51 yards, no touchdowns on 6 targets. Sterling Shepard, he did his thing, but he didn't get any yardage. 10 targets, 6 receptions, 34 yards receiving. He didn't do much, in my opinion. He could have done better. And Scala, by the way, I'm leaving that for last because obviously we dedicate this show to the Finns. So I want to just blow by the scores real quick and just quick thoughts, and then I'm gonna leave that Dolphins game and the Packers game last for when Huevo gets on. So just giving you guys a heads up. What's going on, Ice Man? Happy to see you, Bubble. Happy to see you, man. So on to the next one. Tampa Bay, New Orleans. That was a slugfest, literally. LaShawn Lattimore, Mike Evans having it out. Lattimore also went at it with Tom, which caused. So what happened was Lattimore, I guess Lattimore and Tom were having it out. Leonard Fournette got involved somehow. He pushed Leonard Fournette. Mike Evans came out of nowhere, tackled him, and they started a whole brawl right there on the field, which is freaking awesome. But anyways, Lattimore and Evans were both ejected. There's rumors they might be suspended. We're waiting to hear that. But anyways, nonetheless, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. This game was a slugfest all the way until the fourth quarter. It was tied 3-3 until the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Tom Brady came alive as usual, and throwing that big strike to Perryman, to Rashard Perryman, for a touchdown, which kind of pushed them over the edge. And then after that, it was just an onslaught. Winston became his old Winston self. Winston went 25 for 40, 236, one touchdown, 3 INTs, 6 sacks with a minus 30 yards on offense. Tom Brady, 18 for 34, 190, 1 TD. And the key to this game is he didn't turn the fucking ball over 3 times. If you want to win games, you can't turn the ball over. Okay? If you want to win games, you cannot turn the ball over. And, this just brought back the same old Jameis Winston from Tampa, where he went 30 for touchdowns for 30 interceptions. He's got to secure the ball better. He's got to make better decisions. There was a lot of guys that were open on checkdowns when he's trying to force that ball downfield, try to make a play, trying to throw them into that game when he should have just took the little stuff, kind of like what Tua did against Baltimore. He saw a lot of dinks and ducks, a lot of reads to a lot of reads to those little post slants, to his checkdowns, all that good stuff. That's what you need. That's what wins you games. That's what keeps you in games. Okay. Yes, it sucks because you want to see the big plays to Tyreek, but by doing that, they play short, they change the coverage, and that deep ball gets opened up, and you're able to stretch that field. He's not doing it over there in New Orleans, unfortunately. Mark Ingram, 10 carries, 60 yards rushing. Obviously, Kamara was out. Last on Sunday, which I thought that also hurt that Saints offense. Dwayne Washington forward, 4 carries for 18 yards. Tyson Hill, 3 carries for 14 yards. Leonard Fournette, 24 for 65. No touchdowns. Mike Evans, 3 for 61 before he was even ejected. He already had 61 yards up. Chris Olave, who led the New Orleans team in receiving yards, 5 receptions, 80 yards for the rookie. Michael Thomas right behind him, 6 receptions, 65 yards and a fucking touchdown. That's a good shit. That's some good shit for Michael Thomas. I am so happy for Michael Thomas. I loved him as a receiver. I always drafted him in fantasy. I'm happy that he was able to bounce back from those injuries the past 2 years, and now he's being productive. Hopefully that time off and in recovery, you gave him some good fresh legs to push him through the next couple of seasons. Scotty Miller, 3 for 34 on Tampa's side. So that's basically that. It was a slugfest, like I said, literally and figuratively. But that was a fun game to watch if you're a defensive guy. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders away visiting the Detroit Lions. This was a great win for Dan Campbell. The Detroit Lions win 36-27. Carson Wentz threw 30 for 46, 337, 3 touchdowns, 1 INT, 5 sacks with a loss of 29 yards total. Jared Goff did his thing finally for once. 20 passes, 34 attempts for 20 completions, 256 with 4 TDs, no INTs, 3 sacks, minus 22 yards. Again, the key to this, don't turn the fucking ball over. Jared Goff, secured that ball when he was able to throw 4 touchdowns. Carson Wentz had that 1 interception. That drive, that could have been another touchdown, which would have changed the game and the way they approached it in the fourth quarter. Washington Washington with goose egg was shut out 22-0 at half, and then they put up 15 points in the third, 12 points in the fourth, but it just wasn't enough because the defense couldn't stop Detroit. Detroit putting up 7-7 in the third and fourth quarter to push them ahead 36-27. Shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 receptions, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, had 2 carries for 68 yards. That dude was all over the fucking field. What's going on, CB83? Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's a stud. For you to go not only be productive in receiving, but also produce 68 yards on carry is impressive. It's impressive. DeAndre Swift, 5 carries, 56 yards. And he's a receiver, led the team in rushing. That's a different story. Jamal Williams, 12 carries, 53 yards. No TDs for the running backs. Um, Josh Reynolds had a touchdown, 3 receptions, 38 yards. DeAndre Swift, two receptions, 31 yards, and a TD. So DeAndre Swift got his TD on the passing game. Antonio Gibson, 14 for 28 with a TD. And then Curtis Samuel led the way in reception, 7 for 78 yards and a TD. So that's great for them. It's a great game for some of you guys. But, I mean, again, they got shut out in the first half, which didn't help the Washington Commanders. So that sucks for them. Goodbye. Next up, we got San Francisco and Seattle. And, so that was easy win for Seattle. I mean, for San Francisco. So it's 27-7, 27-7. The biggest news that came out of that game, obviously Trey Lance going down. He broke his ankle. They already had successful surgery today, so he's going to start his recovery, but he is out for the season. So Jimmy G will be the starter going forward, obviously. Geno Smith went 24 for 30, 197 in an INT. Jimmy G went 13 for 21, 154 in a TD, giving up only 1 sack the entire game. But that was the biggest story coming out of that game. Tyler Lockett finally did his thing this week. 9 receptions, 107 yards with 11 targets. So, he did his thing. They did it at Seattle. Again, Seattle, nobody was really expecting it. Nobody was expecting them to beat Denver. Nobody was expecting them to beat Denver. They were expecting them. Remember, I said it for sure that they were tanking. They were tanking. So, I didn't expect them to win this game. I didn't expect it to be. I expected it to be a little bit closer, but because I thought that Seattle's defense has a decent defense, but unfortunately, it's 27-7. What do you think about that? I mean, there's not really much, but with Seattle right now, Seattle is 1-1. Say it again.
They lost to who? Who they lose to?
They lost to San Fran. Which I expected. I expected that. It's San
Expect
Francisco.
to lose each and every game from here on out for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I think that their one win was against Denver, and that's that. We'll move on. Atlanta and the Rams. Atlanta showed me something this week. They did lose 31-27, but they showed me some moxie. Showed me some moxie. Marcus Mariota 17 for 26, 196, 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs with 3 sacks. Matthew Stafford 27 36, 272, 3 touchdowns, 2 INTs with 1 sack. So that was a close game. That was a close game all the way through.
Touchdown Buffalo.
Already? Oh,
Yeah,
shit, the game's on.
Scored off a screen.
Hold on, let me put this shit on my phone. I forgot the game was on.
11-yard TD reception to Reggie Gilliman.
Fuck. That's not anybody I have on FanDuel except for Josh Allen.
I need this quote unquote number 1 D to stop Derrick Henry.
Well, I need Derrick Henry to go off for my FanDuel so I can win some money.
Well, yesterday, Cleveland they fucked me up nasty. They had
because they lost and they were projected to win.
They were supposed to win by 7, and
they didn't do shit.
Well, they were actually leading in the fourth quarter by 2 scores,
right?
And then Flacco pulled off. He pulled off what we did not expect. So, with that being said, I hate you, Joe Flacco.
Fucking Joe Flacco.
Yeah, no. I actually took Tyreek Hill yesterday to go over 69.5, and boy, I was nervous. I was nervous when we came into the second half. I was like, man, this ticker's not going to hit him. Boom! Deep pass. There was one. There was deep pass, boom. Then here comes the other one. I'm like, I got it covered. Eventually, motherfucking clean. Brisket throws a pick at the end of the game. Just crazy. Crazy.
Telling you, bro.
So I wouldn't recommend that.
They didn't do enough. They should have closed that game out, but they didn't. So I mean, now the Jets are 1-1. So I mean that they tie with and since it was an AFC game, I think they go over to the third spot over New England. But we'll move on. We'll move on from the Rams and Atlanta. I'm trying to blow through this so that way we can talk. We can leave a lot of time for that Dolphins talk. Denver, Houston. That was the disappointing game for Denver. Denver wins 16-9, but Russell, I don't know. Russell, the past 2 weeks has been a little bit disappointing. I don't know how you feel.
You think it's Russell or you think it's Hackett?
I don't know. You talk about the head coach, right?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. 14 for 31, 219 with a touchdown and an INT, 3 sacks with loss of 18. We'll take a second here to welcome in Willie Beeman. What's going on, Willie?
What's good, pimpin'? What's good, guys? What's happening?
What's good?
Happy Monday.
Enjoying this victory Monday, brother. Enjoying. I got a Ravens fan over here, security guy. I let him have it today.
He deserves it.
I didn't send you guys the video.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
There, the press singing with a song playing on his phone.
I'm pretty sure they have. He was talking all types of crap.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
And I'm pretty sure one thing that we fail to realize is where is Herbert now? I'm not saying just because of one game, blah, blah, but I was listening to the Big O show earlier, and he made a lot of sense in what he said.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Justin Herbert does is choke in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So where are them Herbert fans at now? As a matter of fact, where's the Herbert fan? Oh, wait, he's right there.
Herbert fan.
Mama label.
Still never deny that. I'm a Herbert fan. I like Herbert. But anyways, we got 3 more teams. 3 more games.
What? I'm still not here.
I got 3 more games to get through before we talk about the Dolphins.
Wow.
That's it. I'm gonna knock this shit out. All right.
Well, let's just do this. Have you heard of the fuck it play?
The fuck it play.
Sorry, so you want to avoid this great game?
Look it up.
Las Vegas.
Look it up.
Great fucking game.
Look it up.
The fuck it play.
All right.
Learn about the fuck it play.
Oh, the fuck it play, bro.
And we'll talk
Learn
about
about the fucking play. You'll be very, very interested in what they had to say about the fucking play.
I'm assuming it's just fuck it.
It worked.
It worked twice.
It worked.
What's going on? Everything's good, CB. I don't know if you're still here.
What's good, CB? What's good, boy?
All right, so we'll talk about the Fins. All right. Talk about the Fins.
Don't you want to? Didn't you say you had 3 more games?
We did, but you said fuck it, so let's just fuck it.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the fuck it play. I'm not talking about.
That's the name of the play, Phil.
All right. Okay. Continue, and then after you're done, we're gonna explain to you what the fuck it play is.
Okay.
And whoever's watching, please look up the fuck it play. You'll be very interested in this article. Carry on.
Arizona away, goes to Vegas, goes to the Death Star, pulls up a fucking upset. I don't know if you guys watched that game. Went into overtime. Real hard play by Murray, taking himself into the end zone to tie the game, um, and then to win the game. It was a great game. 29-23 was the final score. They won in overtime. They were tied 23-23. Derek Carr, 25 for 39, 252, 2 touchdowns. Kyler Murray, 31 for 49, 277, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. But the most impressive thing was that touchdown that he took himself to tie that game. If I'm not mistaken, it was to tie the game. And then they won the game in overtime on a fumble from Hunter Renfrow, and they ran it back for a touchdown. That's how they won the game in overtime. So that was a great fucking game. That was a great game. What else? So then you got Dallas, Cincinnati. That was upsetting. But you know what?
That was terrible.
That was terrible. But somebody made a good point to me. Dallas looks better with Rush.
Oh, you gonna tell me there's a QB controversy now over there?
Oh, please.
Dude,
Come on.
Give a break.
somebody said that Rush looked better than Dak did, and they play better. Well, they won that game 20-17. Joey B, I don't know what's going on with Cincinnati. They're 0-2 to start the game and start the year.
That O line that they went and upgraded is not working out, I guess.
Yeah, man, that offensive line that makeshift offensive line that they brought in, they didn't do good enough. Joey Burrow was sacked 6 times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that whole line is going through a lot of troubles this year. Now you're gonna have to question if that run that they made last year was it a fluke.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying.
That's what it looks like right now.
That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like right now. Fluky dookie.
And
isn't their schedule tougher this year?
Hopefully the Dolphins get a fluke year. We need that.
Isn't their schedule tougher this year, Bengals? So that's gonna be even worse for them.
Yeah.
You're right, Mike. That's how Romo lost his job. You're absolutely right.
100%. And lastly,
I didn't have the paper.
Lastly, Green Bay 27, Chicago 10. That was an Aaron Jones show more than it was an Aaron Rodgers show. Aaron Jones was very impressive in this game. I don't know who has him in fantasy. I wonder who has him in fantasy because he balled out. Aaron Jones, 15 carries.
Beeman does.
Oh, Beeman got
Yeah. That's my other running back. I mean, at least one of my running backs produced. Fucking Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Fucking Indy.
And a rushing and a TD and a passing touchdown.
I hate Derrick Henry.
What happened?
Derrick Henry, I hate him.
Hey,
I mean, I need Josh Allen to really have a 35, 40-point game today.
Oh, that was a nice shot by Tannehill. Got him into the 10-yard line. I might be behind you guys. I'm not sure. That was to Hopper. But all right. So now we free. We free from the recap of this week to talk about our Dolphins.
It's Hooper.
Oh, Hooper, right? I said Hooper. I said Hopper, then I said Hooper.
No, you
Hooper,
said
Hopper, Hooper. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways.
Hooper.
We're going to talk about something else now. Okay? We're going to talk about the fence.
No, the fucking play. I want you to discuss the fucking play.
So tell me what the fucking play is.
So you know exactly what we're talking about. I need you to
tell me what the fucking play is. Tell me
what's going on, Webo?
What going on, fellas?
Are you serious?
What's going on with y'all?
Wow.
Stephanie says hi, and are we serious?
I heard her say was.
We heard that.
I know. She's gonna hear it back. She's gonna hear it back when she listens to it.
We're on vacation. We're on vacation.
That's nice. It's great for you to tune into the show, Stephanie and Hansel. Welcome.
Oh, hey, your boy Josh Allen already got a little TD already, bro.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry's driving that ball right now, man. Tennessee's moving that rock.
Yeah, I saw that. You're gonna have a tough night tonight. You could put up some points, but you're gonna have a tough one because you got Derrick Henry still.
Well,
they keep pushing him back. He just lost the point now. So as long as they keep pushing him back, I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied with some of the results.
I got you. Hey, but Tua yesterday, 6 touchdowns, bro. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Don't you wish Aaron Rodgers did that yesterday?
I don't need listen. I don't need Aaron Rodgers to throw 6 touchdowns because we shouldn't be trailing that bad. Anyways, we shouldn't be trailing from that bad.
Packers, the referees. It was the Packers and the referees calling.
I know that's how. Listen.
I know you're shaking on your boots for Christmas. I know you're shaking on your boots.
What am I shaking in my boots for Christmas? Baltimore blew that game, bro. Let's just be for real. Baltimore blew that game. Bad play calling, second half. I give it a tour and the Miami Dolphins. They played the way they needed to play. They played 4 quarters of football. That's what they did. Baltimore played 2.5 quarters.
And that got you nervous. And that got
That don't got me nervous. That don't got me nervous one bit. But
I told you.
Like I said, there's a couple throws that Tua threw that I will say that
of course
could be better. That could be better. But I also say the play calling. I don't know the play calling by Baltimore on the defensive end and the way they were scoring in the second half. I don't know what the hell Baltimore was doing. Really don't know what Baltimore was doing because the Dolphins were scoring. They were scoring easily in the second half. Easily. Now, I could be wrong, but from what I saw, them boys were scoring like in 3 minutes.
That's a catch. Great catch right now by 15 for Tennessee.
Really hard. Okay.
So how's that? Hey, man. So, whoa, man. How's that vacation, bro?
Hey, vacation is awesome, bro. Enjoying life, drinking, smoking. You know how it is.
There you go.
Enjoying life, bro. Enjoying life, walking, getting those steps in. So, you feel healthy at the same time. You
got the Fitbit on?
Nah, I ain't got the Fitbit. I got that damn the Samsung Health shit on my phone. I did like 200% of my walking today. I got like 20,000 steps already.
Oh, by the time you come back, you're gonna be spaghetti.
for real. Go have those spaghetti legs, bro.
Hey, try out for Green Bay's receiving corps. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't need to. You saw. Hey, listen. Hey, you saw that boy Sammy yesterday. You saw that boy Sammy Watkins yesterday, looking nice.
I know who I saw. I saw Aaron Jones get that money.
Hey, Phil. Did you see that separation by Sammy Watkins? Did you see the separation?
What I'm going to tell you is this, Will. I'm just letting you know right now. I already mailed this to your house. We're currently not accepting applications, but here you go.
I don't need to. I don't want no. I'm not jumping on no Dolphin bandwagon, bro. Ain't nobody jumping on no Dolphin bandwagon over here.
Oh, that's not only for you, and that's for all them damn haters out there that've been talking and talking. Listen, like Tyreek Hill said, Tua gonna need a wheelbarrow for that money at the end of the season. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And his cojones. They're like that. Straight like that.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, with the Dolphins set up, the way their offense is set up is for him to get out the ball out of his hands fast. So it's a good thing that y'all got all these burners on y'all team right now. But like I said, we're gonna see. I honestly think Baltimore blew that game plan, whatever they had. They blew that in my eyes.
What game?
Because that should have been a Baltimore Ravens win. Period. They were up too much to give up that lead. But I give it to the Dolphins because they played the whole game.
When you got a guy like Tua Tagovailoa who put on the performance that we haven't seen in a long time.
Well, he scored. Well, how many? 5 touchdowns in the second half, right? 5 touchdowns in the second half.
And touchdown, Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Derrick Henry.
Oh, it's gonna be a tough night for you, Poseidon.
Yeah, I know. I still got 2 to play.
I know, but still, you gotta ask a lot from Josh Allen and Miles Sanders. And but Goddard could have a good night for you guys too. Goddard could have a good night for you.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
But still, that touchdown right there by Darren Henry, that'll help.
It doesn't.
But like I said, though, for Tua to come out in the second half, if I'm not mistaken, I just want to say I want to just stand clear on this. He had 5 touchdowns in the second half. I say that was a hell of a performance by Tua. Like I said, I'm not a Dolphin fan, but I'll give credit when credit's due. I think he played. I think he played good in the second half.
You better.
But I also say Baltimore kind of played. I think they played too conservative, and they took the gas. They took the foot off the gas pedal, which I don't understand that.
They should have just milked the clock. What they should have done.
But you can't milk the clock when you're going 3 and out, and then you're not running the ball, and then you got incomplete passes.
But that's what I mean with milking the clock by running the ball. They didn't do that.
Yeah, and they were saying that they weren't running the ball, but I don't give a fuck if you're not running the ball or not. Even if you're getting a 1 yard, you could take time off the clock. Every time you have an incomplete pass, whatever time you took off is going to take off only that time. So if you took 10 seconds to roll around in the pocket and then throw an incomplete pass, that's all the time you took off the clock. For me, they should have ran the ball. You're right, Will. Baltimore should have ran the ball so they could take some of that time off the clock. Because the way the Miami Dolphins were scoring in the second half, it was too easy. It was way too easy for them.
I should look like a game of Madden.
Yeah, that shit looked like a game of Madden. You're absolutely right.
But that's
a game of Madden, because they were driving up and down the field like it was nothing.
That's what happens when you got Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't want to say that's when you have Tua. I just want to say what I would like to give Tua credit on is that he never gave up. He stayed focused in the game plan, and he stayed focused and trying to bring the team back. And he did a good job of bringing the team back to get the W.
And on top of that,
listen to what I'm gonna say.
A head coach with
that's a good team victory. That's a good team victory. Now you got to carry that for next week against Buffalo. Now don't tell me y'all put up 42 points on Baltimore, and then next week y'all only put up 10. Then it's gonna be like, what the fuck was that for?
Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, hold on. Every dog has their day. Okay, just because you have 2 good games and you score 42 points, meaning that teams are going to have to sit there and say, "Oh, hey, hold on, take it. Let's not take these guys for granted here. These guys can score points."
Yeah, you're right. They could put up points, but I like I said, if I'm a coach, I should already think that. I can't go off of what they did last year. If they're moving the ball on you like that offensively, you have to make adjustments. Baltimore did not make no adjustments in the second half. They thought they had the game in the bag, and you can't be living like that. It's the NFL. You're right about that. You got to play 4 quarters of football. You can't play a half of football. You got to play 4 quarters. And the Baltimore played only 2 quarters of football, and after that, you could tell that the game plan wasn't the same. It was not the same.
Well, even if it was not the same, that wasn't the only team to do that on Sunday.
Well, you're right. Even if you're right, you're right on that. If you look at the Ram game, if you look at the LA Ram game against the Falcons, they let the Falcons come back into that game. You know what I'm saying?
Detroit let Washington get back into the game.
Yeah, same shit with Detroit. But the crazy shit about Detroit, what you could say about Detroit right now, first two games, they scored 35 plus points.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
So you got to give them a little credit. They're like, okay, they're kind of consistent. They're putting up 30 plus points on the NFC East because they did it to the Eagles and they did it to the Commanders.
Well, it was a great performance,
Yeah, it was a great, bro. Listen, because I was watching the game and I was talking to the wifey and I was like, bro, and I was like, bro, if the Dolphins come back, I said, if the Dolphins come back and win this game, I'm gonna have to hear this shit from the boys because I already know they're gonna talk their shit, and I'm like, you know what, I can't talk shit because that was a good comeback. I can't talk my shit on it because it was a good comeback by the Dolphins. Hey, and Mr. Iceman, your gematria right now, you still 100% right now on your gematria.
Yeah, he is right.
Well, half, because remember he said they were going to play the Bears.
Yeah, he said they were gonna lose in the preseason, but hey, the regular season was counts. It what counts, and right now you guys are 2-0, and this is where you guys wanted to be. You guys wanted to be 2-0 because you thought you guys were gonna be 2-2 going after 4 games. That's what you guys wanted to be. That's where you guys thought you guys were gonna be 2-2 going into 4 games. Right now, you guys are 2-0. Got a tough game next week against Buffalo.
Yes.
And then you got Cincy, and right now Cincinnati's struggling. They're playing a comeback game every week, so it's not looking too good for Cincinnati right now.
Yeah, Cincinnati. Yeah, they're 0-2 right now.
They looking like Dookie Dukes.
Yeah.
They're 0-2 right now, and like I said, I was asking the guys earlier. I was like, could it have been that last year was a fluke?
I don't want to say too much. It was a fluke. I don't want to say it was a fluke. I think they deserve to. They kind of deserve to be there. They played good at the end of the season, and when you need to play, that's when it really counts.
But
when it really matters.
was in their favor too last year, bro.
But
but still, they shouldn't be in that situation against. They shouldn't be in that situation
the schedule
against.
was favored for them at the end of the year. It was favored.
They also added because they had the issues last year with the O-line. They also added the bodyguard. Remember?
Yeah.
The bodyguard.
Yeah.
They added they added to the offensive line, and the offensive line is not playing up to
Most
their
of
potential.
their money went there. Most of their money went to the O-line.
Yeah, they're not playing up to their potential. The offensive line is not playing up to their potential. But I also say what I said earlier today in the chat. I feel like the Bengals, even though they're not the Super Bowl champs, but they were the team that were in. They were in the bowl. They were in the chip game. They're gonna play them a little bit harder. They're gonna play them a little bit harder.
Kind of like what the Rams going through in a way.
Exactly. Yeah.
You would expect.
But the Rams had that game. The Rams, they had that game from the kickoff. They had that game. They let Atlanta back in that game.
Well, hold on. But again, it goes back to these two teams that were in the Super Bowl, and you would think they barely made any changes in the Rams.
True.
And you are.
Well, they did. They added a receiver. They changed receivers.
Okay. But that's all they did. I mean,
that's all they did.
They added receiver, and then they added Wagner because they got rid of Von Miller. They added Wagner from Seattle.
Real quick.
He was an exception. He was an exception at that point in time because at the end of the day, he was able to choose where he wanted to go.
Yeah, you're right. And he's not what he used to be. Wagner is not what he used to be.
But he's still playing decent though.
He played still good.
Last week.
He played decent in that first game.
No, he plays good. No, Wagner's good. You know he's a solid player, but you know he's a vet. He ain't young. He's a vet.
Can y'all hear me?
Barely.
Yeah, I can hear you, Phil.
You finished eating?
I didn't fumble. Yeah, I just finished eating.
Yeah, you left a little bit right here. I'm sorry.
No,
there you go. All right.
But I feel like they're gonna play a Cincinnati. Everybody's gonna play Cincinnati a little bit harder, though. I think everybody's gonna play Cincinnati and the Rams a little harder. Cincinnati cannot be playing that catch-up game all season long. That's not gonna help them. It might help a little bit, but you can't be doing that all season long.
Nah, you can't.
Like it's good that you fall back. It's good that you kind of you let them take the lead and you could get yourself back in the game, but you don't want to be doing that all season long because that's not the game plan that you guys are looking for. But at least you know if we're down 17-0, hey, we got Joe Burrow, we could get back in the game. That's a good thing I see about it. But the bad thing is that you don't want to be doing that every single week against teams that you shouldn't be doing that against, because you shouldn't be doing that against the Cowboys The Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
You should have. Everybody thought the Cowboys. Listen, at the end of the day, the Cowboys got a good victory. They got a good win. But at the end of the day, Buffalo, not Buffalo, Cincinnati should have won that game. Cincinnati should have handled them very easily. But that's
For
why we
real.
play football. That's why we play football. And it's any given Sunday.
That's what Vegas expected.
The Dolphins haven't lost a game this season.
Exactly. Hey, and like I said, hey, it's looking good for the Dolphins right now. Hey, we gotta see. No, that was Will. We gotta see.
But did you see any reactions from all the people that talk that crap and all that, especially Ryan Clark?
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything.
He be trying to act like he, okay, you were part of the Steelers, they won the Super Bowl too, but you are an idiot, my friend. You are an idiot. Now today, he had to say what he had to say. So you come out here.
Says he was shocked.
You bashed and yeah.
But I think a lot of people were shocked. By that comeback by the Dolphins because nobody thought that was going to happen. And if you look in the Dolphin history against Baltimore, whoever has the lead going into the half never comes back and wins the game.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. The game ain't over until that clock hits 0-0 in the fourth quarter.
You're absolutely right. I agree, 100%.
Real quick, right? So I'm there, right? I'm with Turbo because Turbo's a Ravens fan, right? He's talking shit. First, he wasn't there when the kickoff happened. He hadn't got to the house yet. So I sit down and watching the kickoff happens. Fucking touch. I was like, oh, this is fucking great. He gets here. He didn't know that they ran a kickoff back for a TD. He just got there. It was 7-0. Then Tua throws the pick. And I was all right, cool. Then they go up. Then they run the ball the whole fucking half, and they score going into the second half.
What'd you give him to
14?
Eat? What did you give him to eat?
Yeah, wings.
That was the problem.
Fuck you. Anyways, listen. I'm sitting out. I'm not gonna lie to you. After Tua threw that pick, we're down 14-0. I looked at him dead ass and I go, wait. You need a quarterback.
Put it on.
I wish he would have fell asleep.
I'm honest. I said it, right? Hold on. I took my words back because you know what? That dude put on the show, and I always said he got to prove it to me. Now all he got to prove is that he can be consistent. So, and that goes into week 3 against Buffalo. He has to play consistent. If he can come out and play the way he played in the second half, against Buffalo, against Baltimore, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. I think we can actually pull it off and beat Buffalo.
No, but with Buffalo, you have to remember you're going up against a very, very, very good defense.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So you're not facing injured Baltimore defense. You're facing a defense that possibly right now, I don't know about today, the number 1 defense. Top 5. Right. I'm not going to even give them number 1. Top 5.
You're right.
Right now.
And they're going to present a challenge because what I noticed yesterday, although we were getting pressure to Lamar and Lamar was forced to roll out or move up in the pocket or evade, we're not containing those ends. And at least those ends are not containing because what's going on is he's rolling out, he's going in, he's going out, and he's evading, and they're not sealing those edges, so that way they force him to stay in pocket, and that's going to be the way you're going to beat Josh Allen. That's how you're going to beat him. You got to keep him in the pocket. You got to bring pressure and don't allow him to evade and use his legs to gain yardage to get those first downs. Extend plays.
What are you talking about? You just played Lamar Jackson.
That's what I'm saying, that we didn't do that against
He is not as fast as Lamar Jackson.
I understand that, but he's still
more solid than Lamar. He's more solid and he's a bigger body.
Damn, we're the Miami Dolphins. We take it from end to end in a heartbeat, bro. How does the song go?
I just don't like. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't mind. Like I said, Lamar Jackson. I respect what he's doing. I respect what
he
he
played a
did
hell of a
last.
game yesterday. He played.
But there was points in that game yesterday. There was I'll keep saying there was points in that game yesterday where they could have extended the drive, get another first down if he would have used his legs instead of trying to throw the ball down the field or trying to look down the field. And that's the problem that I had yesterday with that game. Is that I was
But
like,
that's what they wanted from him. They wanted
I understand that. I understand that, Phil. I understand that's what you want from him. But at the same time, we still want to win games. And that right there, you blew that game by trying to not use your legs or get another first down when you had an opportunity to do it. When you have opportunities like that, I'm not telling you to run on every play, but when you have the legs and you rolled out the pocket already and there's nobody in front of you, Lamar Jackson, and you're talking about Lamar Jackson. We're not talking about Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about Lamar Jackson, that he can make any player miss an open field. I would have appreciated him if he would have ran for a first down on certain drives to extend the drive and not and take more time off the clock. That's what really bothered me yesterday about that game.
Tennessee just picked up a 3rd and 15 for a first down.
Yeah, I just saw that shit right now with Burks. Is that the new guy that just picked up Burks? Is that the new guy that's supposed to replace that's the one that replaced it AJ Brown, right?
I mean, he looks like him. He's more big.
He's a rookie. He's a rookie. They say rookie, so I don't know if that's him. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's Traylon Burks, 18th overall pick.
Oh, damn! I forgot. I totally forgot about the stiff arm that Henry had. What was it last year on the cornerback? This guy was that last year? That's nasty stiff arm.
Wasn't that a Washington?
I thought it was Houston.
No, Buffalo.
No, it was against Buffalo. It was against Buffalo, and it was against buddy that likes to talk that likes to talk a lot of shit. I forgot his name. That he used to play for Carolina.
Corner.
The corner. But I forgot his name.
You're talking about ¿cómo se llama? He played for Washington too.
Yeah, he played for Washington. Yeah, he played for Washington, but he played most of his career with Carolina.
Josh Norman.
Yeah, Norman. There we go.
Was it Norman? Oh yeah, it was Josh.
Yeah, Josh Norman. He stiffed arm him nasty last year.
All right, play for Washington.
Oh my God! Another first down.
No, but but it's a flag. There's a flag. All face mask, offense. They gonna bring that back. They're bringing that back. Yeah, a face mask on the offense, number 60.
That's illegal hands to the face.
And that's another thing. Yesterday, there was multiple calls against the Dolphins yesterday. There was a couple questionable calls, especially with the face mask on Waddle.
Oh, I kept saying that. I fucking hated those refs yesterday.
And the first down, when they ruled it that he was not going forward.
That was bullshit too.
That right there is ridiculous.
That was bullshit too. He didn't even have footing. He didn't even have his footing when he got hit.
Well, he didn't even want to give the referee the ball. He was like, hell no, motherfucker, you trying to spot me somewhere else.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead.
I don't want to sit there.
Damn.
Fucking talk shit. Talk your shit, girl. Talk your shit.
That was a stupid play by Tannehill. That was a dumb play.
The second down play? You talking about the second down play right now?
He picked up 4 yards on a 2nd and 20. You got to push that ball out.
Yeah. But they probably, because like I said, sometimes when you're watching the shit on TV, you don't get to see what's really down the field. That's what kind of sucks.
I know.
So you can't really tell what he really seeing.
And that
but I don't like that third down play. They just call the third down play. They call the wide receiver screen. Don't like it on 3rd and 20. Nah, come on, man. What the fuck you really gonna try to get off of that?
We're playing off ball. That's why. Yeah, if he would have went inside, the problem is where he went. He should have went outside. He didn't go outside. That's why. He would have went outside.
Yeah. He probably would have got that. Probably would have got that if he would have went outside.
Let me ask all you guys on here.
But
talk about Tua now.
No, I think that, like I said, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna talk shit about Tua. I would. There was a couple throws that I would say I would like for him to get better at. The one that he did, the second touchdown that he had to Tyreek was nice. You know, Tyreek just had to adjust his body just a little bit to that one, but he threw it to him on stride, and I give it to him on that. I give it to him. But I just don't understand what not Buffalo, what Baltimore's defense was doing. I just don't understand what Baltimore's defense was doing that second half. I don't understand it.
Besides that,
Tua played good. Tua played good. Tua played good. He stepped in the pocket. He moved around in the pocket. He made the throws. He when he moved out the pocket, he was still looking down the field to try to make the throw. And I give him that. The one to Gesicki was a nice throw. The one that he threw in the that he threw to another touchdown to another tight end, he threw it high. I give it to him on that one. That was the one to take the lead, if I'm not mistaken. I give it to him on that one.
that was actually Waddle that he threw it to.
The one that he had to jump up and catch in the end zone.
That was Waddle.
Oh, that was Waddle. Okay, then I could be wrong. I don't know. I know he threw to two tight ends. I know he threw two tight ends.
He threw one tight end.
No, he got one to Gesicki. He got one to Gesicki, and he got one to number 86.
That was Fake Craft.
Kraft. That's another tight end, isn't that? He's a receiver, right? He's a receiver.
Yeah, he's another one.
He actually just got called up. He was on the practice squad.
He was on practice.
So, because no Cedric Wilson, right? No Cedric Wilson this past week for you guys.
No, he played. He got hurt in the game.
Okay.
He played. In fact, I think he had a catch or two.
But I give it to Tua. He played the way you need to play. If you want to win games,
I think the game would have been even different. Waddle dropped a few ones there.
Yeah, he did. I did see a couple.
He dropped a few.
Then he dropped one. He dropped one, and then I thought it was gonna be a pick. That the ball stayed up in the air, and I think the linebacker or the DB touched it, but then the ball ended up going to the ground. I was like, oh, they got kind of lucky on there. The Dolphins got blessed right there with that one. But like I said, man, good game by the Dolphins. Like I said, you got to play 4 minutes. You got to play 4 quarters of football, not 2 quarters. You can't play 1/2 of football. You got to play 4 quarters of football. And I feel like Baltimore did not play 4 quarters of football. I think they played 2.5 quarters. That's what I believe. And play calling by the coach on the offensive side was bad coming out the half, and defensive play calling was bad because the Dolphins were driving the ball very, very easily the second half of the game.
I think throughout the whole entire game.
I can't really say too much about the first half because I did not watch the first half. But when I saw the second half and I saw how the Dolphins were moving the ball down the field so easily with whatever the fuck they were doing, I was like, that's not gonna be a good look for Baltimore because Baltimore right now is going 3 and out, and Miami's just wherever they get the balls get punted to them, they're moving the ball down the field like it's nothing. And they're moving the ball down the field very easily without taking a lot of time off the clock. And that's what I noticed. That's what I told the wifey yesterday. I was like, Baltimore can give up this lead with this much time left in the fourth quarter. They cannot be giving up this. And they did. And they end up doing it. I had to watch the rest of the game. I really had to sit at the bar and watch the rest of that game. Because me and the wife enjoyed the game. But I was completely shocked that Baltimore gave up that lead at home. That they gave up that lead at home to that team. I was in complete shock. I didn't even have my phone on me. I did not have my phone on me. When I came back to the hotel room and I was like, these motherfuckers, I could hear my phone going off before I came into to my room, and I was like, I gotta get on here because I already know they're gonna say this shit, and I gotta give props where props is due. You know, Dolphins played a game and they won. They played and they won. Now, like you guys said, now like what Phil said, now we got to see the consistency. Can they do that next week against Buffalo at home? Can they do that? Can Tua still give out that performance?
You're not gonna
It's
get
a
400.
different team.
You're not
Yeah,
gonna get
it's a.
496 yards of
I don't
fucking.
want him. I'm not asking. I'm not asking Tua to give
Not talking
me.
about throw 6
I'm not
touchdowns.
asking Tua to give me 40
Win the
points.
game.
Oh,
I
please,
just.
Phil has these philosophies that, bro. Let me tell you, when I got on here, he was talking about other games, and I don't know what the
That's
hell.
what we're supposed
I don't know. I don't
to
know. He got some
That's what we're
philosophy
supposed to do.
consistency.
I just say. I say the main thing.
Schedule.
The same
Screw
thing.
you.
The
Screw
one
you.
thing I'm going. The one thing I'm going to say about Tua, and I'm going to say about the Dolphins. Yes, I will. I do want to see the consistency. I like the fact that they
Don't
put up.
worry, you'll
They
see
put
it.
up.
You'll see it on
They
Christmas.
put up that they put up 42 points. I like the fact that they put up 42 points.
We'll
That
put
was
45 on y'all.
Wow.
it was 42. I like the fact that they put up 42, but at the same time, it's a rivalry game. It's against a divisional opponent, so we're gonna. It should be a closer game, and you guys are at home. So I want to see a good version of Tua. That's what I want to see. If Tua goes out there and throws 2 touchdowns with 0 interceptions and he has 300 yards, it's a great day in the office for Tua. I'm not going to give him a bad day. Now,
So
winning the game is going to be hard.
So after that, I'm going to ask you because again, we're going into the same thing. I tried to ask you guys the question earlier. None of you guys have
Talk to
answered.
me. Let's go. Let me hear it. I'll answer it for you.
So after this game right here, Tua going into Buffalo.
Oh no, it's not at Buffalo. You guys are home. It's a home game.
All right, Buffalo coming in, right? So the talk about Tua, the talk that they have surrounding Tua. Can he put that shit to a halt? Can they put that shit to a halt?
If he wins against Buffalo, of course.
Why does he have to win against Buffalo?
Because that's the number 1 team in our division.
All right.
And if you want to beat something, you got to beat Buffalo.
Why is currently they're not the number 1 team in the division?
Currently, because they didn't have any AFC games. Because their
They
first game
right
was
now. They have one right now.
Right now, and they're tied, and
and they got a short week. And they got a short week.
No, they had a long week. Because remember they played Thursday.
Buddy, slow down. Hold on. Remember, they're playing tonight. Now,
yeah, but the first game was Thursday. Their first game was Thursday, so they have a long week. They had a long week after that Thursday game to set up for this game on Monday night.
He's talking about the one for the Dolphins, though.
Oh, the Dolphins. I'm sorry.
Wow, the only person that can understand the question. Jesus.
I understood the question. I just stay quiet.
All right. So now they're going in to Miami on a short week. All right. They got to fly. They got to do all this nonsense, blah, blah. So you're going to have a change of heart after they beat Buffalo, correct?
No. I still think Buffalo is the team to beat. If you guys beat them at home, I think it's a plus for you guys. It'll be a big plus for the Dolphins. It'll be a big plus for the Dolphins if they beat Buffalo. I think a lot of people, not just us, I think a lot of people in media will take them a lot more serious.
The media has an agenda. The
media does have an agenda. You're right.
Does not. This man is crashing the moment he got to the NFL. I haven't seen this happen to any other quarterback.
Because there was too much hype. Too much hype on Tua. And the fact that he had the hip injury, and you guys still because Babu, listen. Let's be honest. There was a big hype in Miami about Tua, and the hype was because remember, Greer always said it. That he was gonna get Tua. That's been the shit for like 2 years when Tua was in Alabama. That's the guy that the Dolphins were gonna get. That's the franchise quarterback. So everybody, like I said, every Dolphin fan, just like Phil, because Phil didn't like Tua, he wanted Herbert. All the Dolphins fans, they want to see this out of Tua because everybody put high hopes on him. Everybody put high hopes, especially the media and the South Florida media. The media in South Florida put the hype around Tua when he was in college. And it's the truth. It is the truth.
Why would the people in South Florida put this hype around Tua?
Because that's what the Dolphins front office said from the beginning. They said it from the beginning that they were going to draft Tua no matter what. They were going to draft Tua no matter what, off of the hip injury or what. They did not change their stance on Tua the whole time, and that's the truth. They never changed their stance on Tua. They always said Tua was going to be the guy that was going to come to the Dolphins. They said it, and you guys got him. Now you guys got to make sure that he succeeds, and you guys put the pieces around him for him to succeed. Now he has to. Like I said, like this is what I'm going to keep saying. Now this is his time to prove himself because he has the weapons around him to succeed.
Okay, all right. Okay, I understand that. But this guy makes a mistake, and it's all over the place. Herbert can make a mistake, and they don't sit there.
But I don't want.
No.
But listen.
Stop it.
What mistakes did Herbert do? What mistakes did Herbert do? But what mistakes did he do last week? What mistakes did he do last week?
When he played last week, and he threw that interception, that was a Herbert mistake. Because the coach doesn't hurry up the offense, the quarterback does. He rushed that offense to the line, and he did not know what personnel was on the field. He did not know.
You could be right. You could be right on that. But I still feel like Herbert still brought him back in that game. He still tried to bring him back in that game. And listen. As much shit that we want to talk about, Kansas City's defense, and that they don't have a great defense. They were putting pressure on Herbert, and when they hit Herbert, they were hitting him hard. They were smacking Herbert hard.
Dude.
They were smacking him hard that game. And like I said, and the fact that he stood after that third down, and he tried to run the ball, and he couldn't. He threw the ball away. The very next play, he stood in the pocket, and he threw a dime. He threw a dime and took the hit. He
knew because when he threw that pick in the end zone, he knew he lost the game. That's why he was on there, because he knew that pick cost him the game. Out of here with that nonsense. Herbert what?
Hey, real quick.
Herbert who?
What up, dude?
Herbert can kiss my ass. Tired of this nonsense, man.
Oh,
this is bullying.
Bullshit.
Zoo throwing facts.
Hey, but that boy, Will. Willie Beeman.
What up, Walter?
You saw that boy. Aaron Jones though yesterday.
Aaron Jones dropped a little cheese on your boy.
Hey, listen. That's the game plan. Green Bay.
That's the offense I was expecting.
That's the offense they need to go with.
Last week.
No, Aaron Jones last week only got 8. Aaron Jones last week only got 8 touches. The week before only got 8 touches.
About that nonsense. Where was
I'm going to talk to you about that nonsense. I'm going to talk to you about that nonsense because Aaron Jones is the second best player on that offense, and he should not see the ball only 8 times a game.
Yeah,
he should see the ball more than that.
The only time that the Rodgers and company are going to win is when they run the ball.
But Poseidon, like I told you, that is the recipe for the Packers this season. Their recipe is to run the ball effectively and then let that shit open up for the pass. They cannot go with the pass game first. And
using their running backs in the passing game.
You guys over here talking about, Aaron Rodgers, you see Aaron Jones, and they play the Bears. Come on, get out of here with that nonsense. Bro.
But the Bears. But the Bears.
It was the Bears, bro.
It was the Bears. I'm I'm not talking shit. I'm saying this is what. Hey, but this is what I'm trying to tell Willie Beeman. I said, or in you guys, this is the formula that this is the formula that Green Bay has to go with. They have to go with this type of formula. You have to run the ball effectively. Defense needs to play the way they played yesterday. Yes, they gave up a lot in the run game to Montgomery. They gave up a lot to the Montgomery, but at the end of the day, they didn't give up a touchdown to him. They did not give up a touchdown to him.
The Packers' real test will be next week.
Yeah, we play Tampa. The good thing about playing Tampa now, the only good thing I say about playing Tampa, they do not have Evans next week. They do not have Evans. That's the benefit that we get out of that. That they do not have Evans.
No Godwin, Evans.
No Evans and no Godwin. That is a plus for us. Now, like I said, because Phil likes to talk about the separation in the offense. That's gonna be a big test, Phil, and I agree with you on that. That's gonna be a good test because they got good DBs. Tampa has very good DBs, and their linebacker core and their linebackers are really good too. But like I said, Rodgers does not have a good history at Tampa. He does not have a good history at Tampa. I think he's 1-3 lifetime at Tampa, if I'm not mistaken. But you're right. Next week is a big game against Tampa. I hope we perform good. If we lose, I'm not gonna get mad. But if we go out there and we lay the egg just like we did week 1, I will have a problem with that. I would definitely have a problem with that. If we only go out there and we only score 7 points against Tampa, I will have a problem with it. Because I think we could score more than 7 points on Tampa. I think we can make it a game against Tampa, especially when they don't have their 2 good receivers in the game and the offensive line is kind of hurt. I think we should keep up with Tampa.
Imagine this, like Tom Brady was frustrated yesterday with those receivers, and the game in itself too. Yeah, imagine how he's gonna be next week without his number one.
That's why. But remember, they also play New Orleans, and New Orleans they play that type of defense. They play that type of defense
that's his kryptonite. That's the GOAT's kryptonite.
But they play that type of defense where they get underneath, they get inside of Tom Brady's skin, and they fuck with him. They fuck with him because even that whole situation. If you go look at that whole situation that happened yesterday with Tom Brady and Lattimore. If you go look at that
was
shit,
just cutting off the coach and what they're saying and shit too.
And then he said the same shit, and he just went like that to Brady, like, get the fuck out of here, like type of shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Yeah, and you saw the lo que formó con eso.
Brady got in his face.
Yeah, but I think that is because the Saints know how to talk their shit. They know how to talk their shit.
They know how to fuck with Brady. Yeah.
And they know how to fuck with Brady, and they know how to give Brady a hard time because they don't succeed so easily with Brady. They don't succeed. And if you look at that game, Brady really didn't do that much. It was the defense that basically scored the points for them.
Yeah, because you have that other piece of shit quarterback over there, Mr. Interceptions.
Yeah, the only quarterback that throws 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in the season.
Yeah. To New Orleans fans, I would say this to New Orleans fans. You wanted Jameis Winston? There you go. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get some good games, and you're going to get some terrible games.
Yep. You're right. You're right about that. The only thing about Jameis Winston is that the one thing I'll say about Jameis Winston is that boy has a very short-term memory because he does not.
He threw 30 for 30.
Yeah, he has a very short-term.
To answer Miami Dolphin fans 29, I know he's a VP, but I think he also is like he consults on the coaching.
Hey, well, says to have you.
Everybody was on the field too.
Talk to me.
What's up with those Canes, huh?
Man, fuck you.
Hey, but listen. What was the final score to that game? What was the final score to that game? Because that was a close game, wasn't it?
I don't know, man. I'm not a fan.
I think it was a close game because they played that shit really.
What was the score, Phil? You got the computer right there.
They played that game late, and that fucking Canelo Alvarez and the Triple G
fight
was
in
mierda.
we were. Yeah.
That fight was a mierda. That Triple G and
Triple
Canelo fight,
G, that look like
garbage,
Triple G
garbage.
needed to retire. That's what that looked like. Triple
That's
G
why
needed to retire.
That shit was garbage.
Yeah.
20 to
But
10, Zoo says. Zoo beat me to it. 20 to 10. I'm going to get water real quick. Give me a second.
Oh, 48 to 10?
20 to 10.
Oh, 20 to 10. See, it wasn't a blowout. At least it wasn't a blowout.
It was close. It was at the end is when they scored again. So.
but you guys ain't gonna drop that much. You guys ain't gonna drop that much.
But then the polls already should be out. You should see the top 25 already. You should be able to see the top 25 already.
Top 25 standings.
But I thought the Canes were gonna have a hard time with. I thought they were gonna have a hard time with Texas A&M, especially at Texas A&M. I thought they were gonna have a hard time.
Oh yeah.
The one thing that kind of surprised me is that Texas A&M lost the week before. That what really shocked me. That they lost the week before. They lost week 2.
What was it? BYU? Was it they lost to? Or
I don't know who they lost to.
Wow.
What a catch! What a catch by number 15, Jake. Oh, bro, Jake Kumaro. That used to be a ex Green Bay Packer right there.
Yo, they dropped the Canes to the 25th spot.
Oh wow. Wow, well, that's what you get when you play sorry teams at the beginning of the year.
You guys were ranked 13th, and they moved you out to the 25th spot. So where the hell did the Gators move? Because the Gators won. So where did the Gators go?
Well, BYU lost, so they were 10.
Oh, that's so much fucking bullshit.
But it's the ACC, Papa. I keep trying to tell
bro.
You guys. It's not
only that, it's not only that, Will. It's also they played sorry teams. That doesn't help you on your scheduling,
Texas
on your
A&M
strength
is
of
not
schedule.
a sorry team.
Florida's 20. They actually dropped 2 spots.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, because it wasn't impressive. It wasn't an impressive.
It wasn't against USF. Come on, that wasn't impressive. We won because that nigga missed a field goal.
I'm sorry. To drop 12 spots, that's fucking bullshit.
What?
When teams like Oregon, who lost, Utah, who lost to unranked teams.
But what Oregon at? What's Oregon right now?
15.
Oregon
15.
Oh wow!
15.
Wow!
And they lost 2 games.
Okay, yeah,
they lost 2 games.
I'll give it to you on that one. I
hate this fucking system that they have.
But it's college. That's why I say it's college, and as the team that you play on a week-to-week basis, bro. That's why I can't stand college because of that shit.
BYU play ni pinga, right?
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit. Listen, BYU beat Baylor, but they lost to Oregon. So why the fuck are they so high up?
Oh my God, he's cursing up a storm.
And they don't play another ranked team until they face Arkansas. They play nobody else. That's fucking bullshit. At least 20.
It's college, bro. It's college. That's why I don't really watch it like that no more. Because college, like I tell you, college.
It's a lot of politics now.
There's so many politics in college. There's too much politics in college, and it's not what it used. It's not. That shit to me. College is too favored on certain teams, and I don't like it. I'm really not a fan of the 4-team tournament.
Mid Tennessee State, which is we play next, right? Because we don't play nobody until we start playing our conference when we face North Carolina. Then we face Virginia Tech, Duke, Virginia, Florida State, and
Babo, I'm gonna tell you like this, Big Philly. I'm gonna tell you like this. Your job as a fan is that you guys need to win every game that you can, so you could get into the ACC championship game. And if you win the ACC championship game, because more than likely it's gonna be against Clemson that you guys are gonna play. And if you beat Clemson,
the last game of the year.
Okay, so let's say the only thing that sucks is that you already got your first L. You got your first L.
Now we gotta win out. We have to win out.
You gotta win out. But now, if you play Clemson the end of the week, the end of the season, and y'all lose, but y'all still play the ACC championship and y'all win, it's very unlikely that you guys get in the tournament because you got 2 losses. You have 2 losses, so you guys probably won't get in. But you give you guys an opportunity. But if you guys beat Clemson and then y'all play them again in the ACC championship, that game is going to determine if you guys get into the playoffs or not, especially with 1 loss.
It's just fucking
But
bullshit.
but like I tell you, but I always gonna keep telling you this, Big Philly, that the college football is too much. It's too
Bro,
much politics. It's too much politics.
There's too much favoritism to teams now.
It's too
but
much
the game was
favoritism.
so
It's
close.
just the people that vote. The people that vote these teams into the top 25. They have favoritism to certain coaches, certain programs, and that's why they hold them to a standard. Okay,
Fuck that. Fuck that. I want to start
the same shit I keep telling you about Notre Dame. The same shit I keep telling you about Notre Dame. That
shit.
Notre Dame to me is not a top 5 college program in my eyes.
They're not ranked
Yeah,
anymore.
they're not ranked anymore. But in my eyes, to me, they're not ranked. They're not a top 5 program. They have a lot of tradition. They have a lot of school history. I give them that. That's fine. But just like the Nittany Lions, just like Penn State has a lot of Penn State has a lot of history and this and that. But to me, there will never be a top 5 program in college. There will never be a top 5 program. You got Alabama. You got too many teams in the SEC that you see from year in to year out draft NFL players the way they do. You got to give it to the SEC. You got to give it to Ohio State because Ohio State gets a lot of draft picks too. You got to give it to them, and that's the thing. That's why Miami at one point in their time in their history they were a big prominent school because they had every year they have first round draft picks every year. The U in the 90s they had draft picks in the first round. That's what they were doing. That's why the U was so big. Yes, they were winning championships too, but they had a culture there. And that's what Cristobal is trying to bring back. And more power to him that he could bring that back to Miami because that's what they need. He's bringing back some of the old faces so they could be coaches. That's what they need. But the fact that they're in the ACC, Phil, they have to be very, very dominant. They got to be like Clemson. What Clemson has been the last couple years or the last 10 years, they have to be that for the SEC, for the ACC. If the U becomes what Clemson is in the next 3 or 4 years, then we could say that the U is back.
Yeah, they still got some time.
They still got time, but that's what they need. They need to be running their conference. They need to be the front runners in the ACC for them to be. So for people to talk about them the way they used to talk about them.
Tennessee did a cost penalty right now.
But hey, fellas, I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. It was good to be on the show with you guys and talk a little bit, and drop a little cheese, like how we like to do over here. We like to drop a little cheese every once in a while. And Corey, Mickey Mouse, I came to Orlando to come see you, bro, but I can't find you. You hiding in that little cave, bro. I even dropped some cheese. You ain't even come out. But it's okay. I'll give you that L. All right, Corey? I'll give you the L. Take it easy, brother. I guess you'll be
drop.
Yeah, and Corey 0-2 in these streets. Them bottom dwellers. Dale. Y'all boys be good, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, man.
Enjoy the rest of your vacay. Yes, sir.
You know it, brother. Y'all be good.
Dale.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Webber 85 exiting the building. These Green Bay fans. Hey, Big Philly, I don't know if you saw that little fun fact I put up there with quarterbacks drafted in 2020. You see the numbers. Oh, wow. The Eagles moving the ball.
Wow. Diggs with a touchdown.
Oh, wow. That's just outstanding.
They threw the touchdown. What's going on, man?
Outstanding. If you notice, I put up the percentage, the win percentage of the quarterbacks drafted in 2020, and they have Mr.
Oh
Tua
yes.
Tagovailoa as number 1 with 15-8. Justin Herbert at 500 at 10-10. Justin Herbert 471, 16-18. And Joe Burrow, which shocked me a little bit, 12-15. That was courtesy of CBS Sports. But Tua's a winner, bro. And I expect him to have a very, very, very big season this year.
Oh,
and
he
I'm
started
not
with a bang in the second game. He started off with a big bang.
I
Definitely
just
put some
think
hands
that all that stuff is going to carry on with Tua. It's going to carry on. Watch what I tell you.
Well, right now he's number 1. He's number 1 in passing. Tyreek's number 1 in reception yardage, and Waddle's right behind him in number 2 in yardage in the whole NFL.
Yardage. Yes. And I think Tyreek is number 2 in receptions. And Waddle's like number 5.
Probably short of like Justin Jefferson or Diggs, right? Choose one of them two.
I didn't even see those cats up there. I think actually Waddle is above. He's actually tied with Jamar Chase. If I'm not mistaken, it's Jamar Chase and St. Brown, I think it was, maybe. But hey, I'll take that. And I think with them carrying on this momentum, back home would definitely help them win.
Yeah.
It's a possibility that the Dolphins could go 3-0. 3-0 with the schedule, the beginning of their schedule being very, very difficult. So they pulled out a rabbit out of the fucking magic hat, Mike McDaniel, and we haven't spoken about him today. And I think he, did an outstanding job yesterday of
yes, he did.
especially late in the fourth quarter. Trusting his team, trusting his guys, and calling that late timeout. Calling that late timeout to I think it was just a mastermind type of coaching what he did yesterday.
Von Miller is so impressive. That dude's balling right now. But yeah, man, no, it was impressive, man. That was good coaching. Justin Hurts with a touchdown. He got the touchdown? Yes, he did. Justin Hurts with a touchdown rushing.
Jalen Hurts. That's Jalen.
Jalen Hurts. You say Justin Hurts. Oh shit. There's a Bills down on the defensive side. That helps us for next week. I think that's Poyer.
And then he just pushed him off. Like, what the hell is that, man? That's unsportsmanlike conduct. Where's the flag there? The guy's hurt.
That's dirty. That's Johnson.
Yeah, that was dirty. That was a little dirty, but it's.
Oh, he got hit helmet to helmet. He got hit helmet by Edmonds.
They frustrated.
That's the
problem. They frustrated, so they acted. They Tennessee right now is feeling some type of way because they getting their ass whooped. That's the problem. So.
He fucked his neck up, boy. That shit hurt, boy.
Oh,
his own replays.
His own teammate.
That hurts. That's gruesome. Well, he won't be playing next week. So, somebody will run it by. But, yeah, man. So, no, definitely, McDaniels had a great coaching in the second half. They were able to get the offense going. They were firing on all cylinders. They almost put up 100 yards rushing. I think it was like 80.
I don't think he had a bad coaching in the first half either. I don't think they had a bad.
I just think we had bad opportunities. So we had obviously the kickoff return for a touchdown. We started this behind.
The defense allowed.
The defense allowed
28 points in the first half.
Yeah, we threw one interception on the offense.
Well, not 28, 21. Sorry.
No, it's 28-7 at the half.
Yeah, but no, the first touchdown was a kick return.
You're right. Well, but it's hypothetically it's still defense because special teams.
No, I don't give that. You can't give that's special teams. That's
Okay. So 21 points. Special teams gave up 7 points. Still
what's up,
28.
Todd?
What's going on, Todd? Still 28-7. That's a tall mountain to climb out of. And again, as I was saying earlier today, with Jameis Winston, you have quarterbacks that think they're going to throw out of situations, which causes more error, throwing a lot more picks, making more mistakes. Tua just came in there calmly, kept his cool like he always does, threw his check down. A lot of short intermediate passing, RPO. They were doing a lot of that. A lot of RPO, a lot of short intermediate
Running
passes.
this guy off the field, man.
I'm telling you, bro, that injury's nasty. His neck hyper extended backwards. This shit's crazy. But like I was saying, doing that opens up the big pass play, which it did. It opened up 2 big pass plays to Tyreek because they're playing shallow, causes a lot of confusion. So Todd makes a good point, and again, as long as you hold that ball and you don't make mistakes and you get rid of that ball, I still think that we can beat Buffalo next week. If they come out and they play like they played the second half,
the defense needs to play better.
Defense needs to
the
play
defense needs to play better.
But they played well in the second half.
They played well
in
the fourth quarter. They played well in the fourth quarter.
Well, right. So they came out with a 0 blitz package, that 0 blitz coverage, and started fucking with his head. That's how they got the first touchdown with Lamar with that run, was that same package. But and again, you win some, you lose some. That's fine. But they stick to it. They stuck to their game plan. And they were able to grind back and come back. They took it play after play to go in and win that game. And that's great, So, but now again, we have to see consistency. We have to see consistency from Tua going in from this week, from last week to this week. Can he do it? I think he can. That's just my opinion. He can.
Talented.
He's talented. He's accurate, which is just as important.
It's just the narrative. It's just the way the media is shifting. It's a narrative.
Go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
The media. It's the media. They pick and choose. They pick and choose who they want to be a superstar. They pick and choose. And again, I don't hear a lot of people talking about Justin Herbert. I'm telling you, I don't hear a lot of them talking about it. Just sad. Sad to say that a guy that was so talented in college comes to the NFL and the media all they do is trash the guy. Like that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like I said, he could definitely pull it off next week. He could definitely lead us to victory. It is home, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is a very important Week 3 game against Buffalo. You take this game, regardless of what happens tonight, whether they win or lose. You put either a game away from them, even 2 games. If they lose tonight, somehow magically, if they're able, if Tennessee's able to pull an upset, you could definitely come out of there with 2 losses, which hurts Buffalo, and it favors our schedule. And the next following couple of weeks, we play teams like Houston, the Jets. We play Cleveland. It's going to help us pull away and solidify ourselves. The toughest team we have is Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Pittsburgh and Minnesota is the 2 toughest game we got coming into October. So if we get, and the way Cincinnati's playing, we got a good shot of beating Cincinnati and going 4-0.
Yeah, definitely.
We have a great shot.
These are all AFC teams that we're going up against, which even if Baltimore beats just gives that position to say, hey, maybe we won't. If we don't win the division, which we need to, maybe when this comes down to the wild card, these teams that you're beating now, it helps you get into that wild card spot. And at least, when you're going into the postseason. So it's going to be crazy. It's crazy. And Patriots, you beat Baltimore. These are teams that, last year were in the postseason. You're beating them, and now Baltimore's coming in, and hopefully we could. Wow, but at the half it was 21-14. No, it was not 21-14, was it? For again in the Ravens game, Philly. Philly, you there? Well, I guess Philly had to attend to a phone call, but again, I just don't like the narrative that the media is pulling on this kid, and they need to do it to others. Not only to Aaron Rodgers the other day. I mean, of course, he's a proven guy, but all these guys make mistakes. They make mistakes. I wouldn't doubt that, Willie Beeman. I wouldn't doubt that. I really wouldn't doubt that. But these guys, they make a lot of mistakes. But again, I hope Tua does do what he has to do this year, and hopefully he can get us to the postseason, and that's what we're all as Dolphin fans are hoping for. So, Willie Beeman, what's going on, man? I see you're having trouble getting into the panel, man. What's going on?
So what happens when you have shitty internet?
Ooh. Well, he claims that you were eating again. He says.
No, I had to take a piss, though. I was at it for a minute.
That's what he said. And that's a fun fact, Todd. Thank you for bringing that up. Justin Herbert has 6 interceptions returned for touchdowns in the fourth quarter in his career. Meaning, he's a choker. He's a choker. Last year, he had the same record that the Dolphins had, which was 9-7. Okay, so oh wow, they're already going to the half. But thank you for bringing that up, Todd. That was the very good fun fact. All this hype around Herbert, like he was something, and Big O said it well. He hasn't accomplished a damn thing. He hasn't accomplished a damn thing. Like the Kyler Murrays and Jalen. I think Jalen could because he comes from that same system, but I don't know, man. They criticize this guy, and I'll be happy for him to have a career season this year.
He will. I just want to see them get their run game better, more consistent. I know it's a 3-headed backfield, or well, really a 2-headed, but I want to see more consistency on that end with Chase Edmonds getting the ball a little more. I know they got Mostert involved last week, big time. So I want to see more consistency. They almost broke 100 yards. We're 28th. In the National Football League in rushing. So I would love to see them focus a little bit more on that to control the time, especially against Buffalo. We're going to need to have that. We're definitely going to need to have time of possession, try to minimize Josh Allen's reps and maximize our offensive reps. You don't want to go toe to toe with Buffalo on offense. You don't. It's a challenge enough as it is. So definitely being able to control the clock, run the ball. I'm not saying to abandon the pass game. Obviously, after a week that Tua has had last week,
they're
of
not
course
going
not. They're
to.
not. That's what I'm saying. They're not. They're gonna. I want them to. attempt to duplicate that. Not they're not going to replicate it, but at least get Weller said, 300 yards, 2 TDs, maybe 3 TDs. I think that wins us the game. We get 1 rushing touchdown. You're talking about 28 points. I think that wins us the game. That wins us the game if you get a good stop on defense, and again control the time of possession, minimize those shots on their offense. We can definitely win this game 28-21. Against Buffalo. It's definitely a possibility. What do you think?
I'm with you. We're gonna win that game.
Go 3-0. 3-0.
We're gonna go 3-0. The Dolphins will go 3-0. Final score will be 35-30. Final score
35-30. 35-30. It's a good game. That's a nail biter though. I don't know if I can do a lot of anxiety.
Right, throwing the ball to my boy Goder. Throwing the ball to my boy Goder. I need a big game out of these two guys. Sanders and
for your fantasy sake.
Yeah, good game out of them. So hopefully, so far I'm down 30 points. Allen's into the half. So right now I'm praying for a miracle. I need a comeback like the Dolphins yesterday right now.
Todd, I didn't get that message. You said on Facebook? Where?
$31-17, Todd. Who's winning the game? Who's winning the game, Todd? It could be another shootout. It could be another shootout. So I really expect Tua to carry that momentum over the game.
There we go. Hold on, I want to see this guy. Todd said he sent us a message, so I'm just trying to look at it. Yeah, I got a message here.
Wow, Devontae Smith just blew it for me right there. Could have had another point. Damn it. Hold on, let me make myself another.
Honestly, I'll message you. I normally don't talk to him too much. Like, we have our reasons, but we typically don't talk. Sorry about that, Bubble. I'll message you though. I'm gonna message you now. All right, cool, Miami. All right, yeah, Miami, of course, perfect. Well, we got a little time left, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up panel. I'll open a panel for the last 10 minutes. Let you guys air out some of the concerns that you guys may have. What's going on, Woody? You back on?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, man. I just got home and shit. I was hungry, brother. No, hungry. I had to eat, boy. No one's just stomach starts rumbling, boy. You can't tell them nothing. What you guys were on talking about? You talking about the scores? You're projecting the scores?
Right. Todd put 31-17. Dolphins. I got it 28-21. Willie. Let me welcome Todd to the panel. What's going on, Todd?
What up, man? I see this heat pretty bad.
You're lagging big time. You're lagging big time.
Is that better?
No, it's still lagging really bad. Like every other letter.
Yeah, it's breaking up. You're breaking up. Every letter, every word.
I don't know if it's fashionable or not, but do it on every channel.
I still can't hear you. Try coming off and coming back in. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, man. What's your predictions for Sunday, Willie?
I say it's going to be a tighter game than what we see. I think it's more probably be more defensive minded. Maybe I'm going 20-13.
Oh wow. Dolphins or Buffalo?
Dolphins.
Wow. 21-13?
Yeah, no, 20. 21. You know what? Yeah, why not add the one? Fuck it. 21. Yeah. 21-13.
That's a big game right there, boy.
I feel like it's going to be a little defensive. Maybe. I might be wrong. But
Well, I just saw Buffalo took a big shot at that corner. They just lost one of their corners. Got carted off the field. Doesn't look good. It was a nasty.
Buffalo?
Yeah, but it was his own teammate that hit him. They went to make
Was it a starting corner or was it like a slot corner?
Number 30. Let me tell you who it is. It's number 30.
Is that the light-skinned dude?
Yeah.
The one that be talking?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Poirier.
I thought it was here, but I don't think so. I think his name is Johnson.
Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe I should change that score then. If they're losing a corner like that.
Well, it just happened, so I was just saying.
Yeah, I'd say. Okay, no. I'll take that back. Instead of 10, I say 17.
Yeah, Dane Jackson out of Pittsburgh.
You heard Phil? 21-17. 21-17.
Okay.
21-17. Now I got to think about it right.
Yeah, Dane Jackson was the one that was carted off the field. He already has an interception this year.
Oh, that's one of their starters, though. That's like I think they're 2 or they're 1. I don't know if it's their 1 or they.
I think that's 2.
Yeah, Jackson, right? You said.
Hey, is that any better?
Oh, there you go.
No, I was saying I think we're gonna win big because did you all see the Pat McAfee thing today?
I missed it, brother. I missed it today.
Dude, you have got to see it. He breaks down all of Tua's touchdowns, and he's showing Tua's footwork was on point, and his reading through his progressions was perfect. It was like he was completely zoned.
I love Pat McAfee and all, but isn't he a kicker?
No, he had somebody on there to break it down. He had someone on there who breaks down quarterbacks, and he broke down. Remember the 48-yard pass to Tua?
Yeah.
Tua recognized where the blitz was coming, and only took a two feet over to his right to give him a second longer to make that connection. I'm talking about all the way down to perfection the way he did it.
Wow.
And if Tua has it like that now, and it's suddenly clicked.
If he can read defenses like that, that's a good sign.
Dude, they were having a blitz come in. Two linebackers were coming in on a blitz on one side. So Tua recognized it. He went back. He took 2 steps to the right, which gave him the extra second, and he was able to throw the ball for the touchdown. It was perfect. As the guy said, that was a veteran move that he just pulled off. Not Tom Brady's the only one that he really sees do that on a regular basis.
Who do you have as a guest?
I don't know who it was, but
probably one of those same people in their own building. Probably one of those Fox people, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna check it out right now.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's incredible how he breaks them down. He was showing how that's the touchdown to Gesicki is called basically a goalpost or nothing. It's basically you're throwing it to the goalpost and you're counting on your receiver to catch it. It's for your receiver only, and it was thrown perfectly.
Yeah, he threw it just for him.
Yep, and same thing with the Waddle. He said that was either we get it or nobody gets it throw. And how calm he was just, man, I'm telling you, this guy broke it down, made me twice as confident in Tua as I even before I watched it.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna watch it after this. I'm gonna watch it. I missed it today. I usually be watching it, but I missed it today.
It was just one of those 15-minute clips on YouTube that about it, and it was for Tua, and I was like, I was trying to get Batman to play it because he was played. I wanted Batman to play it on the show, and I'm like, play it.
Did he end the show yet, or is it still going?
Yeah, he ended it. I was like, but see, remember when I came on here and I had that issue? I was having the same issue on his show, so I couldn't get on. But I wanted him to play that clip. I even sent it to him. I was like, dude.
I don't think we can. That's the issues because it's not.
No, he played what's his name? Rich Eisen. If you're gonna play Rich Eisen, you could play Pat McAfee.
I mean, I don't mind playing it. Let me look it up.
Dude, when you watch, you're gonna go, holy crap! Tua's got it down, ready to go. And I'm telling you, we could have had the ball 3 more times after that, and Tua probably would have had touchdowns on all 3.
He played it 2 hours ago.
I got to see Stephen A. too. I wonder what Stephen A. said too.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Oh, you got it right there.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. I don't have any sound. I don't have sound. Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to get a new laptop. My laptop's all banged up. Let's get this one.
Oh, that's that bald dude. I think I know who he is.
Dude, he was showing every last thing. I was like,
that's isn't the Hasselback brother?
I think so. That might be Hasselback. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which one. I forget their name.
I want to say it's Tim Hasselback, the younger brother.
Yeah, or is it Matt? I mean, they look alike. I mean,
Matt's older.
Yeah. That's Tim. That's Tim. I think that's Tim.
The question.
You are echoing.
There's a guy on the other side.
Yeah, I hear it.
There.
Guy, and he wasn't judging. Sometimes when you're,
I think he worked with Tua over the offseason. No, it was Trent Dilfer, wasn't it? Or was it him?
Hey, the volume just went. Don't hear it anymore.
You heard Phil?
Can't hear it.
Phil. I don't think Phil. I can't hear Phil. Is he talking?
Nope. Can't hear it.
Can't hear it, Phil.
Can you send him a message backstage?
I'm gonna send him a message. Yeah.
Oh, I think he hears it, or hears us, because he stopped it.
Oh, then yeah, he did.
Dude, if I'm telling you right now, if he has it like this, I predicted before the season 14 wins.
14. You're giving us 3 losses.
Yep. And I could see it even being.
That's a bold one. That's a bold one.
Yeah, but I've been right the last 2 seasons on my predictions.
But if he's reading it, I mean, you know what? I can see that now. Yeah, I know. When I think about it, you had to give me a little bit.
Because I don't see anybody that's going to cover our receivers, number one.
I don't. I mean, let me see. Looking at our schedule, what corners What number one corner is really out there against us? Not really, right?
Yeah, but you need more than a number one.
No, you know what I mean. Like, there's no like a team we're playing that has the 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Like stoppers, like we do. I don't know. I can't think of another corner combo there.
No,
I can't. No. Yeah. No.
not even close.
Not even. No.
And then you got to look at it as, okay, we have it. Once we get Byron Jones back, our corners, I don't think our corners, even healthy, could cover our receivers.
I think Howard is happy that he doesn't have to cover
Tyreek anymore.
the cheetah like he did the other game. Even though he did get one on him, he did get one on Tyreek in that game.
Yeah, he did.
That's about the one guy, but he'll get burned too.
He's gonna pop hamstrings. They're gonna. And McDaniel, the play calling down the stretch.
Oh yeah,
dude, was incredible.
Yes,
the fucking call. The fucking play.
all the way down to the run.
I think.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Damn, that bingo.
What up, Anonymous 305? What it do, homie?
What happened?
No, I was trying to get that shit. It wasn't working. I gave up. I gotta get a new laptop, man. I'm gonna wait until I get a new laptop and be doing all this shit.
Oh, come on, get it together, Miamifantalk.
Dude, I'm telling you, that clip.
Budget Productions.
Hey, that clip is incredible to watch. What you were gonna play.
I'm gonna watch it backstage when I'm done here.
But you better get that fixed,
But
homie.
no, that's. I don't know what's going on. It's just lagging as of late.
Hey, Todd, you from?
I try to clear out a lot of shit there.
What?
You from Miami?
No, I'm from West Palm, but I'm living in Jacksonville right now.
Nice, man. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show.
I've been watching the Dolphins since I was 10 years old, and I turned 47 today.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you.
Man. What a way to celebrate your birthday with a Dolphins
Victory Monday on Tua's breakout game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, that house that we won in, that's sacred territory to win a game for the Dolphins.
Yes, it is. I agree.
We never win.
Exactly. Marino's the last one to win one there.
Oh, really?
That's what they were saying.
That's insane. That's a long time.
Yeah,
man.
That's a long time.
We do not like playing there, and I'm telling you, Tua. I watched Marino in his heyday. Tua did everything Marino would have done. You got to remember, Tua played that game like a gunslinger. Everybody was talking about his picks. You look at Brett Favre. How many interceptions has he thrown? Look at Marino. How many did he throw? You know what I mean? When you're a gunslinger in a game, you're going to give up some picks. He did.
Oh, I found it right now that
50 times. You threw 50 times. And if you throw 50 times, you're bound to get.
And those two picks, Tyreek could have had that one, but, it was a good defense. The other one, on the sideline.
Waddle dropped a few.
Yeah, but on the sideline, that interception that he threw, that was an amazing play by a safety. He barely got the foot in.
Yes.
It took an amazing play for the second pick.
I agree. He could have had one interception.
Yeah.
Put money on third down, the red zone, and in 2 minutes. That's where you make money. Okay. What happens in 2020 doesn't matter so much. So 3rd and 13. Okay. You might feel like doing something desperate, something reckless, but don't trust us. Trust the process.
That is bad, Hasselbeck. That is bad.
Nobody, bro. Nobody. There's 2 or 13%.
He can't throw a fart and it'll be out on the media. He throws a fart and it's out on the news everywhere. Just saying, we're all the Herbert fans.
They're all crying because he threw another pick six.
Yep.
Dude, he lost the game to the Texans because of a pick six.
And playoff implications.
Yeah. Hey, at least we lost to the damn Tennessee, who was in the playoffs as winning their division, and the fact that we also did because they didn't have a game plan for the cold weather.
Yep. You're absolutely right, Todd. You're absolutely right.
Dude, I've been watching. I played football. I watched football. My whole life. I'm one of the people who could say I played up against one of the great running backs of all time. I played up against Fred Taylor in high school.
Oh wow, big boy. Fred Taylor.
I kill your Riddell Anthony. All of them were over there.
Yeah, Fred Taylor, Jacksonville. The
There
Jaguars.
we go, Mackenzie. Make me my money. Sorry.
Jacksonville Jaguar. Fred Taylor.
Yep. And he was, but it's just when you watched that game last night, I saw something. A couple people brought it up on a live stream. You could see it into his face. They weren't stopping him, and he knew it.
Yeah, I agree.
And it was the first time I've seen that expression on his face since being in the pros.
Came out with a killer instinct.
That 60-yard touchdown? That wasn't the play call. Tyreek yelled over with the sound for him. He turned to him and looked at him, and they both said, "Yep." And that's when Tyreek knew what Tyreek saw the zero, looked over, made a noise, and then next thing you know, it's a loft up towards Tyreek for 60 yards. When you got guys getting on that type of connection now, corners are about to be hating life in the AFC.
Yeah, especially
Hill and Waddle. They said it from the beginning. A lot of secondaries are going to have a lot of trouble with these two guys.
And everybody keeps saying McDaniel is a running coach. No, McDaniel's not a running coach. McDaniel goes with what talent he has. He changes it up depending on what talent he has. Because remember, who did McDaniel say the best offense he ever worked with was?
Oh wow, he dropped that.
Was it Washington?
No, Matt Ryan and with the Falcons was the best offense he ever had. What was Matt Ryan's Falcons offense? They had a running game, yes.
Yeah.
But it was Matt Ryan throwing TDs.
Yeah. He didn't look too good yesterday.
Matt Ryan won the MVP the year McDaniel was there.
He was the running backs coach, right?
No, I think at that time he was a wide receivers coach, but he was also helping with designing the plays. Dude, he redesigned helped Shanahan redo his offense. And I'm not talking about Kyle. I'm talking about Mike.
That was beautiful.
I'm talking about Mike Shanahan.
Oh, Big Mike? The dad.
Yeah, he was with him in Denver.
In Denver.
Yes, he was with his dad in Denver, and when his dad passed him down to Kyle and said, "Don't ever lose them." That's why he followed Kyle wherever he went.
He's a genius. I have to say, McDaniel is a genius, and everything they said about him is actually playing right now.
Dude, that coming down. Listen, that was everybody talks about Tua having a breakout game. What about McDaniel showing what he could do by making the changes at halftime? Yep. What about him with his play calling down the stretch? You didn't see him waste a timeout. You didn't see him leave too much time on the clock at the end of the game. You didn't see him get concerned with calling a run play to get that 33 yards down. He was completely in control. And that showed a lot for a rookie coach. He's 3 for 3 on 4th downs.
Yeah, he got some balls. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. Got some
He got
cojones.
some cojones.
But as a rookie coach, did it ever look too big for him?
No. He looks like he's been coaching his whole entire life.
And he just beat 2 Super Bowl winning coaches.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. And if you notice, the NFL is transitioning to these younger coaches. You notice they have a lot of younger coaches now.
But
did you see?
I've watched some of these younger coaches. I haven't seen them be as mistake-free as McDaniel has so far.
So, actually, I think it was on Bleacher, or it was either Bleacher that had a conversation, like an open mic today, and they were saying Mike McDaniel is coach of the year already. Off of what they say.
Dude, I'm telling you, we beat Buffalo this week. Name your first loss. If we beat Buffalo this week, name the first loss.
It'll be tough to say.
I don't see Cincinnati with the way they're playing beating us.
Yeah, I don't see Cincinnati.
The Jets?
No.
We haven't had that much luck on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, but you got to remember. Yeah, but this is a new coaching style.
Listen, what I would say is this. Let's focus on Buffalo.
The last time we played the Bengals,
we won. We won with Team Grant getting killed.
It was a Thursday night, right? It was a Thursday night game.
Yeah, we won. But remember Coach Flores wanting to fight the coaching staff because of Team Grant getting killed?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we have bad blood with Cincinnati. I remember Brian Cox wanting to fight the Bengals. The whole sideline he challenged to a fight. Okay, it goes way back.
Boy, I'll tell you what, those Bills team, after what they just did, they're up already, 24?
Who are they playing?
Tennessee.
Without A.J. Brown. Without any – with Tannehill, who couldn't beat Buffalo when he was here.
He beat Buffalo to get to the postseason. Oh, it's a phone.
Yeah. I'm not worried about Tennessee's garbage this year. They have a running game, but they have a running back. But if you put 8 in the box, Tannehill's not beating you with the weapons he has.
That's the thing; they're not even putting it in the box. And and Josh Allen's just bombing, just laying.
I'm telling you right now, though, Tannehill is going to be replaced by a rookie soon.
No, about Malik Willis, the guy he said that he wasn't going to mentor.
You know what that did piss me off about the weekend?
What's that?
San Francisco having to go back to their quarterback because their man broken ankles out for the year.
You know, sometimes it makes me think that maybe he had that lingering injury.
Dude, we have their first-round pick. I was hoping the rookie was going to stay in, or the second-year man was going to stay in there.
Tannehill threw that ball so hard. Who got that touchdown?
Tannehill, guys, we went through how many years of Tannehill? He has a running game and an offensive line. And he still leads the NFL in sacks every year.
Can they give it to Adam Thielen? I need Adam Thielen.
That is a fun fact, Todd. That is a fun fact. He's not a true quarterback.
No, he is the definition of a so-so athlete playing quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
See, the difference is with Lamar. Lamar played quarterback yesterday as an athlete and is an athlete, okay?
Yeah.
He played quarterback. Josh Allen is a quarterback that is an athlete.
Right.
Tannehill was never that.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver at Texas A&M. I think his first 2 years.
Hey, Steve Young was even boasting about Tua today.
That hit. Tannehill took a nasty hit on third down.
Come on, we've always seen that.
Oh, look who got this back. Jordan Phillips. Our old Jordan Phillips is back in Buffalo.
That's fine.
I like Jordan Phillips.
Guys, you know what makes me feel confident about Buffalo? Tre'Davious White is not playing. They got two corners out there.
They still have one just went down this game, but
okay. Well, guess what? They have one corner that is I don't even know who's going to be lining up with Tyreek and Waddle.
But here's the issue: they have a really good front seven.
So does the team we just played. Baltimore has a really good front seven.
They do, but this is on another level compared to Baltimore.
I don't know, man. You know those two inside guys Baltimore has? We handled them real well.
I understand that, but Von Miller, the way he's been playing the past 3 games, is lights out. Or 2 games is lights out.
Okay.
There's more pressures than anybody. They have a really good interior defensive line, and they have
yeah, but you know who's been helping our old line out?
Who?
We have a fullback that likes to hit.
I get that, but you putting a fullback and you take away a tight end or receiver.
They got him all over the place. Bingo.
Dude,
they got
two receivers, Gesicki, and you got your running back and your fullback. We run with the fullback most of the time anyways now.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So that's Mike McDaniel, what he likes. You put that fullback, and that fullback was even going into the slot as a third receiver. But all right, so you're going to have Von Miller rushing all day and leaving people open? He's not a coverage man.
I feel you.
You know, I'm telling you, I don't like their defense with their secondary is going to – remember what they did to Noah?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen with Tyreek Hill on their corners?
I get that, but we got to –
and Waddle.
But Tua needs to stay clean in the pocket to get the ball down the field. That's
Tua also has a quick release. You saw that in that game.
Well, yeah, RPO.
and that slows.
They're gonna use the RPO.
Yeah, but that's gonna slow down that pass rush.
Listen, the only thing is that we really don't know what would have happened last year when they played here in Miami. We get to see now what Tua could do against Buffalo.
You know what Steve Young said today? Steve Young goes, I've never seen 2 receivers on the field like this. But they're not just speed. They jump for the ball. They run routes, precise routes. He goes, they are incredible. And you have them on the same field.
Yeah. On the same team.
Yeah. Dude, we have it made right there. We have probably the best receiving core right now in the NFL.
They said yesterday, Miami has a track star team.
But they're track stars that can run routes.
So
they're not just guys who you say go deep because you can't run a route. You can't go out and do a dig. You can't go out and do a crosser. These guys are precise with their routes. And Waddle, he can get to full speed and cut on a dime, and so can Tyreek.
Yeah.
You know, they can break off a route at full speed where other guys can't. And a corner can't defend it.
Yeah, these people are crazy. Oh, Bruce Smith got added to the, I guess, Buffalo's Ring of Honor.
Hey, I respect Bruce Smith.
Oh, they just lost another tackle. He hurt.
Who?
79. He's getting up, but Brown.
What team?
No, Buffalo.
Oh God.
He all right. He all right. He's staying in the game. He limping though like crazy.
He better not be limping with Jalen Phillips.
No, I'm talking about Buffalo's tackle. Their left tackle.
Yeah, I know. He better not be limping when Jalen Phillips or Ogba are across from him.
Oh, I get you. No, he needs to be Olympic, so that way we don't have to worry about him.
Hey, I want to beat Buffalo when they're somewhat strong on offense. I want to see if our defense can do it when they're getting rest.
That's true.
That's what killed us the last couple of years is 3 down, 3rd down punt, defense back on the field.
I'm trying to get Poseidon back on. I think I'm going to end the show now because it's 9:30. I'm trying to spend some time with the family.
All right, bro.
No. And thank you, Todd, for coming on. If you want to talk backstage, I'll talk to you for a minute.
Yeah.
Poseidon, Willie Beeman, Will, thank you guys, all the people who commented on the section today. Thank all of you guys. I appreciate the support. Again, if you haven't, like us, follow, subscribe, hit that bell button, notify us when we're online. We're on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, rain to shine, unless it's a holiday or Big Philly is on vacation. So from 7 to 9. Hey man, thank you guys again for the support. This is Big Philly out. Have a great week. We'll see you on Hump Day. Later.
Gerardo.